Hello, my name is Holly from My Daily HAEDs here on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you for joining us today. And first of all, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone who will be celebrating it. Today is November 21st, Monday of 2022. And let's hop straight into the cross stitch. First and foremost is The Falling Snow by Alan Giana, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's on 25 count lugana, 1/1 full cross. I always have to sit there and think about what I'm supposed to say, what people want to know about it. I didn't work on it this week, to be honest, not since last Monday morning. But I will tell you, I did want to talk to you briefly about it, is that I did some number figuring, and if I start working on this, just over 210 stitches per day, once Birds and Blooms is done, my plan is to try to start working on those just over 210 stitches a day. If I do that every day for the next year, it should be done before next Christmas, and that will be my aim. My hope. That's what my plan is. But I did want to tell you that because I was thinking it would take me until 2024 to get it done, but that's what my current stitches at about 100 stitches a day would be. I haven't worked on it this week because most people know I'm in the midst of my finish fever that I get. So I worked on the other two, Mountain Landscape, and I worked on Mountain Landscape and Mini Evening. But by the time I did that, then I realized, I started looking at the numbers and how many stitches I had left, and I realized that Christmas, the end of November is approaching quickly. I wanted to get my Christmas tree up before the end of November. And there's just a lot of things I want to get done before Christmas. So instead of dragging out Birds and Blooms by continuing on my other 3 HAEDs, I decided to set them aside for the moment. So after those 2 times of stitching, the rest of the week I haven't stitched on anything but mini Birds and Blooms. Okay, so Birds and Blooms is still currently at 26.00%, and so that's what, hopefully, as soon as I get Birds and Blooms done, The Falling Snow will be the first one I work on, because it should have been on the next in the rotation. And once Birds and Blooms done, I'll go back to my previous rotation of doing 100 stitches on 2 HAEDs and then finishing out the rest of the day on the main HAED, which will most likely be Mountain Landscape every day. I might swap it around occasionally, but that's what the plan is at this moment. Okay, the next one is Mini Mountain Landscape. That is a stock photo created by Heaven and Earth Designs. It is stitched on 18 count 2/1 stitches, full cross. And like I said, it only has, it's now at 27.87%. I only worked it out 1 time for 100 stitches, literally, just got in 100 stitches at the last knock-ins. That is not showing up very well. I can see if I can get this light to show. Nope, that doesn't work. Maybe that's a little bit better. It's not a great day for stitching. And to be honest, I was so keen on reaching the bottom of anyway, I had some stuff I wanted to do, and you'll see it in a minute. So I wanted to achieve something this morning, so I kind of left it a little bit later than normal. Not only is it a little bit later than normal. There's some clouds have moved in, so the lighting shan't be as good as it could be. All right, the next one is Mini Evening by Leonid Afremov. There we go. This is also on 18 count, 2/1, full cross. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs as well. And I stitched on this. Now currently it's 3.91% for 100. I did 109 stitches on it this last week. So like I said, just the one time stitching. And it's I miss my other free HAEDs, and I've got the itch to not only finish off my Christmas decorations that I've already started, but also to do some knitting and some crochet. I've been doing some crochet. I have been doing some crochet on that little granny square blanket, but I really should have that done before. Yeah, I need to post it before Christmas, so I need to get it finished. I've got like a ball, just over a ball left to do. Anyway, the star of today is, instead of looking, is the one I've been focusing on this week, is Mini Birds and Blooms. Oops, there we go. Mini Birds and Blooms by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's also on 18 count, 2/1, 18 count aida, 2/1 full cross. And this has been my main focus for quite a while. And it's, I just dropped a blast from the past. But, look at there, I have got to the bottom. That's what I was doing, was trying to get to the bottom of that column this morning, and I will try to continue on in the next, but I only have 3 columns left to do. 3 columns. So I was like, yay! This has been a marathon, and I always get a finish fever where I just don't want to stop stitching. So, like I said, I've just got to finish these 3 columns, and then I'll be done. Now, the only thing is this little bird here. I was looking at Elise's from E Crafting in Colorado. Hers, it was a regular HAED, and if you look at the details on hers, it's so much better. I mean, it's yeah, 180,000 stitches, but her little bird there, you can see the little face and the little beak and stuff. Also, her robin has a lot better transition in the colors there, so I'm even considering, my husband was saying I should go back and try to make that more gradual and instead of such a harsh blending there. Who knows? I mean, by the time it's on the wall, will I really care? That's what I've been doing, is just racing for a finish on that. So Mini Birds and Blooms is now at 90, at this moment in time, as of this morning, or as of just a few minutes ago when I stopped stitching, is at 92.60%. I've done 5,134 stitches this week, and I've done 445 stitches today. So, but last week I didn't count the morning stitches when I was telling you about so that it's not quite that amount, just being honest. I didn't count the morning stitches. I think I had 100 or 200 stitches on it before I started recording, but it's not that much of a difference, yeah, considering it's still 5,000 stitches. But what I've been doing is just going on to people's Flossmas or Vlogmas and just watching that, so I don't have to, so I'm not being interrupted, because once they're in a playlist, they just continually flow. So it's not like stopping and starting for every little video. And I was watching Suki, the Brown-Eyed Stitcher, for a while as well, because that was a wonderful to listen to chat while I was doing some stitching. But I got really a Christmassy mood. I always get a bit keyed up at this time of the year. And I start thinking about the things I need to do and getting excited about Christmas. And it's which causes me to have insomnia. Not that I'm worried or stressed. It's just I'm just so excited. So that's what I've been doing. I was going to say, I know that some people are not. Some people do knitting and crochet. I've been watching. I'm still looking for people's Flossmas. And some people do have Flossmases out. Most of them I'd already seen, so I haven't been able to continue them. But it's like the Flossmases are Crafty Emily, Pam's Crafty Corner, Small Town Stitches, Thread the Needle, 4 Boys and an NL Girl. Those are all crossed. Ginger Gerald did one a couple of years, but I don't think he hasn't done anything lately. But anyway, there's the people that I know are doing Flossmas this year so far. I think Stitchy Me, Crafty Gaming Jamie's doing one. So there's a few other people have mentioned it, but I haven't. Leanne from, oh good heavens, was it Leanne? I can't remember. It was last year when I watched it. But anyway, there's quite a few people, but the ones that came up were the ones that most of them I'd already watched. But if you like knitting or crochet, or you just like listening to people patter on about their crafts, Anna Knitter, she's doing another Vlogmas this year. So she's already started hers because she goes by the religious Advent. So she's already started hers. Several of the European countries, they start their Advent quite like the last week of November, or the last week of November, the last 2 weeks of November, depending on the religious calendars. But anyway, I've been watching people's past Vlogmases. Okay, sorry about that. At the door, the delivery lady was there. Anyway, there's a lot of Vlogmases and Christmases, Flossmases that I've been watching, and I'm trying to collate a playlist of the first one of each of their years Vlogmas so I can go back and refer them. But if you guys have any recommendations, I would love to hear them. My plans for December are to finish off those last 3 fell tournaments, and I'm hoping to start concentrating on those little tiny Christmas stockings. I've got 4 done, I think. I just need to finish the back stitching on the manger one, and then my hope is to start finishing some more and try to get as many finished in December as possible. I'm not going to be mad plowing through a HAED at the moment, but that's what my plans are. I just want to, and like I said, I've got this. It's wonderful at Christmas time. My husband and I watch Hallmark Christmas movies, really sweet innocence, and that's what we were doing the last few nights. And yesterday I went for a drive, so there is a slideshow this afternoon. There is a slideshow in this video. It was a beautiful afternoon, and I decided to go out for a drive and do a bit of exploring. And I went to some new places, so it was quite exciting to go there. Anyway, that's what my plans are. And I've got one blast from the past. Let me get down and get it. This I was going to say, I'll talk to you about that in just a second. Now this is a finish that I finished this past spring. Now there is a problem. what I consider a problem with it. Well, there is a problem, but this is Birdsong by, I can't remember the lady's name, but anyway, it's lovely. Nina Hobbysite, Jessica_Stitches, Stitching Mommy. There's loads of people doing it. It is a beautiful pattern. She's got such a lovely, colorful way of doing things. But if you look, you can see the grid lines. I thought when I did this that I couldn't remember whether I used my quilting pencil or if I used a regular pencil. And this one, I obviously used a real pencil, number 2 pencil. I've washed it and tried to get these out. So what I'll do is eventually, I've had it on my mind to do for ages, is I'll just use the, exactly what I used to get the pencil marks out of my Cliffside Dimensions thing I did this past summer. It's literally, I think it's a recipe that I found online to get pencil marks out of fabrics. It's washing up liquid, or dishwashing liquid like Dawn or Fairy liquid, and isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and water. And you just use very gentle toothbrush, or I used one of those soft bristle brushes, toothbrushes, and you just gently rub it. But what I will have to do for here is what I had to do for Cliffside Beacon, was that along the grid lines, wherever there's any major amounts of pencil I can't believe I used it, because I knew that I should use, because I had a quilting pencil that's washable, and I had marking pens that were washable, but for some unknown impatience probably, or didn't think it would matter, I must have used a regular pencil, which is dragged me nuts. So I'm gonna have a lot of lines to get out in the lighter areas. In the darker areas, you can't really see them. Also, I know that there is some column lines. You can see my column lines in the blue areas. It doesn't really matter in the confetti areas or where you're swapping out, but what color lines always show up, or normally show up for me, in the lines where I'm just doing lots of one color. But in the past, I mean, that's exactly the way my Aurora Borealis was. After we framed it, those lines pretty much disappeared. You have to look really hard. I have to look really hard. I'm the one that did it, so I'd have to look really hard to find them. So I'm not worried about the lines. I'm just worried about getting the grid lines out, which is annoying. But what I'll do is, what I was going to say, if you use that little liquid solution, you do the rubbing alcohol, the dishwashing liquid, and the water, soak it on the grid lines. And then when you want to, if that doesn't get it out, then take a little bit extra dishwashing liquid and kind of just gently massage it into the lines along the grid lines. So if it was a grid line, you take the pencil, the fabric like that, and you just gently take it and just work its way down, and it comes out. I did it on the Dimensions Cliffside Beacon, and you can't see the pencil lines anywhere in it, even though it went in between half stitches and French knots and all the other stuff. It really did the treat. But sometimes you have to kind of move the stitches out of the way properly to get the last lingering bits out. So anyway, it's since October 4th, since November 4th last year, I have finished, I finished Santa's Magical Flight, HAED. I finished November 4th. Secret Garden, Mini Secret Garden, I finished on January 24th, 2022. Birdsong, I finished April 1st, 2022. And they're all HAEDs. I finished the Love Sunset that I stamped kit that I did for my husband. I finished that on May 21st. I did Cliffside Beacon, that finished on June 8th, 2022. And hopefully I will have Birds and Blooms finished this week. And it's amazing that I've got all of these stitches, all these big projects finished. I started thinking about it, and as I was going through my bullet journal, finding all the dates, because I wanted to find out about the birdsong. But finding out all those dates, that's really awesome. Lots of excitement. I want to thank everybody. I'm sorry I've been so late on getting replying. Once I get hyper focused on a finish, I tend to just kind of, that's it. I do the bare necessities, and the rest of things kind of go out of the window. I think, oh, I'll reply to that later. I'll reply to that later, and it just flies out of my mind. And then, yeah, just before I'm about to go to sleep, I'm thinking, oh, I daren't start answering messages, because the few times I've done that, I've been up until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning answering people's messages. So it's, yeah, at my age, sleep is important. So I'm trying to remember what to do. So that's what the exciting plans are. I'm really super excited. My husband's off on Wednesday this week, so we'll probably have a little bit of an early Thanksgiving dinner just for us. I'm not doing much. It'll just be the two of us, but I've bought a little tiny turkey breast to have between us, and that will be nice. And made sure to get some cranberry jelly with no berries. So that's our favorite. Besides that, we're looking forward to December, and once the tree is up, I'll start wrapping presents. But listening to everyone's Vlogmases and Flossmases has really got me into the Christmas spirit. And I've been listening to various different playlists. I much prefer the older, the 40s and 50s Christmas music than to the newer ones. So I'm quite happy listening to Bing and all the ones from that era. So Dean Martin and the Andrews sisters and all those. I love listening to those, especially at Christmas time. And Nat King Cole. Oh, what a voice. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the little exploring that I did yesterday. I wish you wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Wish you a wonderful week for everyone, regardless of whether you're celebrating Thanksgiving or not.